Alright, I'm going to show you how to cut rigid foam insulation, the foam board, pretty easily. I've got a piece here. You can see a full-size piece, and what I've done is I made one mark on this end, one mark in the middle, one mark on that end of the size of piece that I need, and then I used the 6-foot level and connected all the dots. So it's pretty easy. You got your straight lines, and next all you do is take your razor blade, and what I would usually do is start from one end and come all the way down, but just for the purpose of the video you'd put it in the mark there, and then all you do is score it just like you would score anything else, and it cuts pretty easily. So you can see that you end up with a score line. And so what I'm going to do, oh, I missed you guys in the video. All I did was come down here and score. It does it pretty easy. And you end up with a little bit of a cut there. And I'm going to go down all the lines and do that, and then I'll show you the next step, which is just snapping the board so you get the piece, the size piece that you want. One thing that I'm going to mention, and I find it pretty helpful, you might as well, is if you notice I'm using a really thick black marker. It's kind of interesting, but it actually helps a lot. And why it helps, well, if I'm doing all 3 of these pieces, I'm going to have a little bit of leftover. You can see that's the size of the leftover piece. So this is one 12.5-inch piece, another 12.5, another 12.5, and then this is my leftover piece, which I will use elsewhere. But if you go with this thicker black line, what you're going to do is end up with something that's not quite 12.5 exactly. It might be a little bit more. In places it might be a little bit less because you're not going to score it exactly. But because I used a thicker black marker, if I follow that line, chances are it's going to be a hair over 12.5. And what that does for us is, if you come over to, let's take this piece for instance, you can see how tight the edges are, how tight it fits in there. You see, you really actually end up pressing it in there pretty firmly. It almost looks like it's going to break, but you're just compressing it in, and because it's foam, it's okay if it compresses a little bit, not like the other types of fiberglass or denim insulation. So let me score my sheets here. I'm going to score all 3 of the lines, and then I'll show you how to break it.